I was just going to point out that particular fact, the part where she was referring to the Nigerian people. And you just mentioned the part where she was talking about how we seem to be gullible, and then we also seem to be engaging, because that letter was also an attempt to clear herself and her dealings, assuming she wrote it, her dealings while at the Senate, and why she was accused of corruption, and how it was seen that we enjoy scapegoatism, so to speak. Do you want to speak a little on that?
Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. You see, that part of the letter, the whole substance, at every point. For instance, if it was really about, confronting a demon, as she wants, as the writer wants us to believe the former president is, it would have been limited to that. But it wasn't limited to that. She didn't just talk about the court case, which after it was struck out, nobody reported it. I just saw from that letter that it's been struck out. She talked about the killing in her car, killing of some friends' children and all that, and this and that. She talked about a whole lot of things, and Nigerians enjoy, and the reason why she had to suffer so much was because she's the daughter of former President Obasanjo, and so that name is a stigma, that name is a curse. But she used that opportunity, and that brings me to one observation which I must make. That is still not to say whether she wrote it or she didn't write it. When I read it, as soon as I read it, the flowery language, the tone, the flow, the way the thing leapt at me, I felt that this was written by somebody who writes regularly. Who does this as a job.
Both letters?
No. The first letter, the letter to the president, was written by the person who supposedly wrote it. The language was clear. There were the usual errors here and there. I saw that. It was not perfect. The second letter was almost perfect. The punctuation marks were correct, everything. So I actually thought, and I permit me to say, when I read it, I felt, this was written by a columnist. Maybe it was a professional job. Maybe someone was paid to write.
What you must notice is that is your analysis. So some people also say that what they see is an emotional letter that looks a little disjointed.
No. That, to me, that is my personal opinion. I'm not even saying I'm right. I'm saying when I read it, as a student of literature, I felt, wow, this is good writing. That was what I saw, as opposed to the other letter, which was written by a military person.
But you were also talking about that part where she was talking to Nigerians.
Yes.
Do you think it was insulting?
Well,
or was it just the truth? Because you also said the case was struck out.
I think it's the truth. I think Nigerians, like for instance, I said these two letters or the rejoinder or whatever, the way Nigerians are seeing it is like fun, is drama. Hey, Obasanjo's daughter is abusing him now, the foolish man. Then the other one, PDP man, Obasanjo is abusing Jonathan, his godson. That's what Nigerians are saying. That okay, now they are fighting, or God don't catch them. That kind of attitude. That's what, instead of looking at something and saying, look, hey, what is happening in this country? Indeed, how did this man get enough money to build this house in Abuja that the daughter is talking about? Indeed, there's allegation that somebody bought cars without approval, without budgeting, without any allocation, and nobody is talking. What we hear now is that, give her an administrative query for that kind of lapse. Now, why should Nigerians just keep quiet? Why should we just be laughing and enjoying the fact that a daughter is abusing the father? That is not the issue here. The issue is, those allegations, are they really true? Because she is an insider. If she says all those things, there must be some, and they mention names. And then they say, I saw Chief Oshoba in this place. I picked him up and I spoke, and well, I have to respect him, even though there were allegations that he rigged me out of the last election. he rigged. Is it really true? Then they say, oh, Chief Oshoba now says, yes, indeed. When I was with her in the car, she expressed such sentiments, confirming that. Now, she expressed such sentiments. Was there any push, any gentle push, or any motivation? And then the father, then my father called me and said, oh, don't worry, APC will get you back. I wonder how an Obasanjo can ever work with a Tinubu in the same boat in this country. I wonder how Muhammad Buhari, former President Buhari, will one day say, oh, I want to go and consult with Obasanjo about how everybody will come and join APC. And Nigerians are just moping. They are happy that these people, APC, PDP, they are not asking questions. Why will light and darkness flow together? What will these people suddenly, why are we not thinking that we are still being ruled by the military?
Are we?
Yes, we are.
How?
Look at, it's a realignment of forces. Buhari is coming back to Obasanjo, Abubakar, everybody. They are now going back to the same boat. And before long, you will just realize that they are all there again. PDP is used, spent, and empty. That nobody is asking questions. Why suddenly are these people forsaking principles?
The question is, even if we're asking questions, so what's next?
The next thing? Now, when we ask questions, we probe ourselves. I know we are very timid people. I am a Nigerian. Nobody wants to die. I have children. I have people who depend on me. So I'm not going to bail the cat. We agree. Can we for once sit down? Can we for once sensitize ourselves and say, look, enough of this hypocrisy. I am not going, anybody that is coming from here to here or here to here is not good enough because they've never delivered. Let us move away totally from the old order. Let us be anti-establishment. Let us look for a party that is not there.
What you're saying is that we should discountenance the democracy that we have had since 1990.
No.
Has been non-existent.
Look, democracy is wonderful, it's good. I mean, we can't have it better. Now, I'm talking now because of democracy. If there was no democracy, you won't be here, I won't be here, or we may be here, and somebody will come in and take all of us away. So thank God we can talk. That's because of democracy. That's why a small me can talk about an Obasanjo, and there's nothing he can do to me. But what I'm saying is that we should discard the old order. We should tell them by our votes for once that no, your permutations are wrong. Nigerians are not stupid. Nigerians are not ego massagers. Like an Obasanjo will tell me.
We try to do that every election. Isn't that what we do every election?
No, that's not what we do.
And it will seem that the awareness is getting even stronger. This last elections, we said that it was probably the best we've done since we actually got our democracy.
I agree with you.
So don't you think that we're making some steps, however little they are,
yes, we are
in the right direction? My
dear sister, we are making steps in the right direction. It's not even some. I mean, it's only those who do not appreciate God who will say nothing good has happened to Nigeria. The fact that anybody can say anything is enough to tell us that we've moved from the old era.
Closing this talk about letters now, would you say Iyabo's letter is a distraction from the first letter that President Obasanjo wrote to Dr. Goodluck Jonathan?
Well, on a speculative note, when I first read it, I felt, okay, somebody doesn't want to face the former president frontally, and they've decided that, okay, let's look at the soft underbelly and hit him from there. That rather than respond to the weighty allegations in the other letter, is just the kettle calling the pot black. This is a case of, what about you? I always say it on this program, Tukoko. Look, you are a thief, but you too, you stole before. That is what this letter is a mini distraction. But what we should pray for as Nigerians is such letters should keep coming from the insiders, from the politicians, from their family members, from their children, their spouses. Let them expose themselves so that Nigerians can have our say.
Well, anyway, I think, this is just 5 days to Christmas, and we hope to get more letters. That's what you say.
By the grace of God.
And, Many thanks, John Oloyede. He's a lawyer, and he's been speaking with us on the series of letters, specifically the Obasanjo letters. Sunrise takes another moment, and we'll return.